On a foggy spring morning in 1849, in Richmond, Virginia, Henry Box Brown woke up with an unusual decision in his heart. He had been a slave and had spent 33 years in chains, plowing the land with his bare hands, bowing his back to his masters without a broken heart. But today, he decided to be different. Today, he decided to choose freedom or die for it. Henry knew that escaping slavery wasn't easy. Men had been killed for even hinting at a desire for freedom. Women had been separated from their children, and slaves had disappeared without a trace. But he could no longer bear to live in chains. What further hurt him was that his wife and children had been sold months earlier to a Southern trader, and he hadn't seen them since. That was the final break in his chain of endurance. A thought began to form. A thought unlike anything he'd ever heard of before. What if he shipped himself inside a box? Yes, a box. A crazy idea, but possible. He spoke to his friend, the free shoemaker Samuel Smith, who was connected to the secret Underground Railroad. Samuel was surprised, but he saw an irresistible fire in Henry's eyes. He agreed to help him. A simple wooden box, 3 feet long and 2.5 feet wide, was prepared. Inside was a little water, some dry biscuits, and a small air hole. On the top of the box was written in bold letters, "This side up, fragile," but the mail was merciless, and boxes were known to be tipped over, kicked, and thrown away as if they contained nothing. At dawn on March 23rd, Henry crawled into the box and embraced the darkness. Samuel closed the lid and hammered nails in, one by one, while Henry, holding his breath, silently repeated, "Either life as a free man, or death as one who tries." The long journey began. From Richmond to Washington, then gradually northward, the box was thrown, tipped over, and Henry remained on his head for hours, sweating, stifling his groans, while his heart pounded into the void. At one station, he heard the mailman laughing. "Imagine there's someone inside." Little did they know they were mocking a living, breathing dream inches from their feet. After 27 hours of hell, the box arrived at its destination, the Philadelphia office of the Anti-Slavery Society. Someone knocked on the box, joking. "Is anyone inside?" A faint but steady voice said, "Open up, I'm a human being." The box opened, and Henry stepped out of the darkness into the light. He rose to his feet, then prostrated himself on the ground, his eyes welling with tears, before rising and saying in an unforgettable voice, "I've arrived, I'm free." And so Henry Box Brown was born again, a man who made his way to freedom not by swords or guns, but inside a wooden box, with a steadfast heart and a mad hope. Throughout his life, he continued to tell his story and sing about it, so that it would not be forgotten, and so that the world would know that nothing is stronger than a person who decides to be free.